Hey, what's up, guys? So it's been a few weeks since I put out one of these videos. I have been just a little bit busy, and that's also just a little bit of an excuse because it doesn't take a whole heck of a lot of time to do this. I've just been a little bit preoccupied with some stuff. So a lot of updates to go on, and I had a bunch of training clips over the last few weeks, so I just kind of picked my favorites that I'll get to here in a little bit. Kind of the highlights of what's been going on, especially with my rehab and whatnot. So a couple other things I wanted to talk about first was the rehab itself. And it's been going fantastic. I finally got the deadlift again a couple of weeks ago. I tested it out and went as high as, I don't know, about 565, I think. And it felt fantastic. No pain, which was huge. I was kind of worried about how that would feel pulling on my shoulder, but that actually is a great motion. So it really let me know what I can do as far as programming with weight and volume in the future. So I was pretty thrilled with that. Last week I was able to press again finally, and the doctor gave me the okay to start pressing and loading, and it went way better than expected. I was actually going to be really happy just to maybe hit 185 or 200 pounds for a couple of reps, just so long as it was pain-free, but I thought I'd push it just a little bit and see how far we could go, and I ended up going up as high as 315 pain-free, and it felt great. It moved great. Honestly, it moved just as good, if not better, than before the surgery. So that was just kind of huge for me. The one thing, I still can't press overhead, but that's going to come in time. But still, to just at least to be able to press, and since I do like to press close grip, it's going to be a lot more tricep work. So when I do get to go back to pressing overhead, I'm hoping that I don't see any hiccups at all, and I'm kind of right back where I was. Pressing has always been one of my better events in competition, so I'd really not like to lose that. So if everything else can get better while my pressing stays good, then I'll be in good shape when I'm able to compete again. So other than that, a lot of people kind of have been asking too how I've been dealing with the recovery and kind of the mindset that it takes to go into this knowing you're not going to be able to pursue your passion the way you want to. And before I even had the surgery, I had myself convinced that I was ready for that. You know, I knew I was going to have to be patient. That's going to be the hardest part. I knew it was going to take some time. And shortly after the surgery, probably a couple weeks in, it starts to weigh on your mind a little bit, especially when you go in there and you see everybody hitting PRs, hitting big numbers, and there's this strange ambivalence you live with to where you're thrilled that everybody's hitting good numbers and they're crushing what they're wanting to do. They're making progress, and at the same time you're frustrated because you can't do it either. You're not part of it. You're not improving. So it's really strange to have those two conflicting emotions going on at the same time, but it does happen. One thing though I've tried to keep in mind when I do start to feel a little bit low about it, or it does start to bother me a little bit more than it should, and this has been any time in my life where, whether it be some little, I don't know, maybe you're just feeling a little bit down in the dumps, or maybe something's going on. Maybe you get hit with a little bout of depression. The solution for me has always been a little bit simple, and it's to stop thinking about yourself and start focusing on what you can do maybe to help other people, because that does come back tenfold. It makes you feel better, keeps your mind occupied, keeps you busy. It doesn't let you focus on what you may be missing out on or what's going wrong, but don't worry about it. It'll pass and help out other people. I've been very fortunate since I've been out with this injury. A lot of people at our gym have asked me for help writing programs for them, which I'm happy to do. I'm not the greatest programmer in the world, but I can certainly get people to a certain point, I believe, pretty easily. Stuff that's either worked for me or has worked for other people in the past. It's hard when I can't be there with everybody to see what they're doing, how it's affecting them, how it's working, so I can't be as hands-on as I want to be with, I think I'm up to about 8 or 9 people now, so everybody there at different times of the day. Some people get more of my attention than others, obviously, but it's fun to help them out when they come and ask for me and my experience and what I can do for them. So far it's been working out pretty good, and we got a few people competing here next month, so I'm really excited to see how they do and what we can do, how we can work together for them to get their goals. Anyways, guys, let's get to it. Here comes some clips from the last few weeks. A couple heavy squats, some pause squats, of course that bench I was talking about, and then some of the deadlifting, and then probably some of the other carrying stuff that I like to do, like carrying kegs and sandbags and whatnot. So let's get to it, and we'll get a little bit more in depth with some stuff next week. Enjoy.